In a vast and green forest, where the sunlight danced through the leaves and the air was always fresh and cool, there lived a little fox. His name was Finn, and he called this magical place his home. Finn was curious and full of energy, always eager to discover something new. He loved to explore the forest, sniffing every flower and peeking behind every bush. The trees were tall, and the leaves were green, creating a roof of shade and shelter above him. Birds sang sweet songs in the morning, filling the air with cheerful melodies that made Finn's heart sing too. The forest was full of life and wonder, with every corner hiding a new surprise or a friendly face. Finn had bright orange fur and a bushy tail that stood out against the green ferns and mossy ground. He was small but very fast, darting between trees like a flash of orange lightning. Every day was an adventure for Finn, whether he was leaping over fallen logs or chasing after fluttering leaves. The forest was his playground, a place where he could run, play and dream as much as he wanted. He liked to chase butterflies and watch the squirrels as they scampered up the trees, always just out of reach. Finn was always looking for something new to see or do, his nose twitching with excitement at every new scent. The forest was also home to many other animals, each with their own stories and secrets. There were deer grazing quietly in the meadows, and rabbits hopping through the undergrowth, and even a big bear who liked to nap in the shade on warm afternoons. Finn liked to watch them from a distance, learning about their habits and the way they moved through the woods. He was friendly, but also careful, always alert to the sounds and smells around him. He knew the forest could be dangerous, with hidden places and sudden noises that made his ears perk up. But Finn was brave and smart, always thinking before he acted and trusting his instincts. Finn felt happy in his forest home, surrounded by friends and the beauty of nature. But he wanted to see more of the world, to find out what lay beyond the tall trees and winding paths. He decided to go on an adventure, his heart beating with excitement and a little bit of nervousness. He did not know what he would find, or what challenges might be waiting for him in the unknown. But he was ready to face anything, trusting that his courage and cleverness would guide him. With a happy heart and a spirit full of hope, Finn set off on his journey, eager to discover the wonders that awaited him beyond the forest he loved so much. As Finn walked through the forest, the sunlight filtered through the leaves above, casting dappled shadows on the ground. The air was fresh and filled with the scent of pine and earth, and every step he took made the undergrowth rustle softly beneath his boots. Soon he came to a wide river that cut through the heart of the woods, its surface glinting in the morning light. The water rushed and splashed over rocks, creating a constant, lively music that echoed through the trees. Finn paused at the riverbank, gazing across the swirling water. He wondered what secrets and adventures might be waiting for him on the other side. But the river looked deep and fast, its current swirling with surprising strength. He stopped and thought about what to do next, feeling a mix of excitement and worry. Finn remembered that he was a good swimmer, and for a moment he considered diving in and making his way across. But the river was too strong for him to swim across safely. The churning water and hidden rocks made it far too dangerous. He needed to find another way, something safer and smarter. So Finn walked along the riverbank, searching for a solution. He kept his eyes open for anything that might help him cross. The sound of the water was loud in his ears, almost drowning out his own thoughts. It was both thrilling and a little bit scary. Suddenly, Finn saw some big rocks jutting out of the river, their tops dry and sun-warmed. They formed a path from one side to the other, like nature's own bridge. Finn had an idea. He could jump from rock to rock, using the stones as stepping points to cross the river. It was a risky plan, but Finn was not afraid. He felt a spark of courage inside him. He knew he had to be careful and quick, making sure each step was steady before moving to the next. Finn took a deep breath and got ready to jump, feeling his heart beat faster with anticipation. He knew this was his first big challenge on his journey, and he wanted to prove to himself that he could do it. He needed to be brave and smart, trusting his instincts and his abilities. With determination, Finn placed his foot on the first rock, testing its steadiness as the river rushed below. The other side of the river was calling him, promising new discoveries and adventures, and Finn was ready to answer that call. Finn stepped back and then ran forward. He leaped onto the first rock. It was slippery, but Finn kept his balance. He jumped to the next rock, and then the next. Each jump took him closer to the other side of the river. The rocks were uneven and wet. Finn's heart was beating fast. He knew he had to stay calm. He focused on each jump, one at a time. The sound of the rushing water was all around him, but he did not let it scare him. Halfway across, Finn stopped to catch his breath. He looked at the river flowing below. He was proud of how far he had come, but he knew he could not stop now. He had to keep going to reach the other side. With renewed courage, Finn continued his journey across the rocks. Finally, he made the last jump and landed safely on the riverbank. He did it! Finn wagged his bushy tail with joy. He had crossed the river using his clever thinking and bravery. On the other side of the river, Finn found himself in a brand new part of the forest, one he had never explored before. Everything here seemed different and, pretty exciting. The trees were taller, the leaves a deeper green, and the sounds of the forest were unfamiliar but inviting. The trees were thicker and the air felt cooler and fresher, filled with the scent of moss and wildflowers. As he explored, Finn met new animals he had never seen before, each with their own unique personalities. They were friendly and curious about him, peeking out from behind bushes and tree trunks to get a better look at the newcomer. First, Finn met a wise old owl perched high on a sturdy branch, looking down at him with a gentle gaze. The owl sat on a branch and watched Finn with big, round eyes that seemed to see everything, even secrets hidden in the shadows. "Hello, young fox," said the owl in a calm, wise voice. "What brings you here to this part of the woods?" Finn told the owl all about his adventure, sharing stories of crossing the river and his hopes of making new friends. The owl nodded thoughtfully and gave him advice, his feathers ruffling in the gentle breeze. "Be brave, but also be wise," said the owl. "Listen to your heart, but remember to use your head." Next, Finn met a family of rabbits who were nibbling on clover in a sunny clearing. They were hopping around in the grass, their white tails bobbing as they played tag with each other. The rabbits were happy to see Finn and welcomed him with cheerful greetings and friendly wiggles of their noses. They played together, chasing each other through the tall grass, and shared a delicious meal of fresh, crunchy carrots. Finn enjoyed their company and felt truly welcome in this part of the forest, surrounded by laughter and kindness. Finn also met a busy beaver, working hard by the riverbank, carrying sticks and twigs in his strong teeth. The beaver was building a dam in a small pond, carefully arranging each stick and packing mud to make it strong. Finn watched with interest as the beaver worked hard, amazed by how skillful and determined the beaver was. The beaver noticed Finn's curiosity and showed him how to use sticks and mud to build a sturdy dam, explaining each step with patience. Finn learned something new that day and thanked the beaver for the lesson, feeling grateful for all the wonderful friends he was making in this magical forest. As the sun began to set, Finn continued his adventure. He came to a dark cave. It looked mysterious and, honestly, a little scary. Finn was curious about what was inside, but he also felt a bit afraid. The cave was big and echoed with strange sounds. Finn stood at the entrance and listened. He heard the drip of water and the flap of bat wings. He hesitated but remembered the owl's advice. Be brave, but also be wise. Finn decided to explore the cave, but he would be careful. He took a deep breath and stepped inside. The cave was dark and cold. Finn's eyes slowly adjusted to the darkness. He moved quietly and listened for any danger. His heart beat fast, but he was determined to see what was inside. Finn walked deeper into the cave. He saw shiny rocks and heard the sound of water dripping. The cave was full of wonders. Finn felt a mix of fear and excitement. He knew he had to be brave to face this new challenge. Inside the cave, Finn found a small pool of water. It was clear and still. He saw his reflection in it. Finn felt a little braver now. He knew he was not alone. The forest and its creatures were with him in spirit. As he explored, Finn heard a noise. It was a soft growl from deeper in the cave. Finn's heart skipped a beat, but he remembered his courage. He decided to find out what was making the noise. He moved slowly toward the sound. Finn found a small bear cub. The cub was lost and scared. It had wandered away from its mother. Finn felt sorry for the cub. He knew he had to help. Finn used his gentle voice to calm the cub. "Don't be afraid," he said. Finn led the cub out of the cave. Together, they found the cub's mother waiting outside. The mother bear was happy and thanked Finn. Finn felt proud. He had faced his fear and helped a new friend. His bravery had made a difference. After his adventure, Finn knew it was time to go home. He had seen new places and made new friends. He felt tired, but happy. The forest looked beautiful in the moonlight. Finn followed the path back to his part of the forest. As he walked, Finn thought about his day. He had crossed a river and explored a cave. He had met an owl, rabbits, a beaver, and a bear cub. Each experience had taught him something new. Finn felt proud of his courage and cleverness. When Finn reached home, the forest was quiet. He curled up under a tree and closed his eyes. He felt safe and warm. Finn knew he would have more adventures in the future. But for now, he was happy to be home. Finn's heart was full of joy and pride. His adventure had made him stronger and wiser. He knew that with bravery and friendship he could face anything. Finn drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the adventures yet to come.